Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who all learns truth from, and rule well. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the 1/3, the large multitude, until you all say shalom. So, today's lesson that I want to get into is about how Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. That's going to be the end game of this place. That's going to be the climax of World War III. That's how it's all going to end. How it's all going to go down. This place being destroyed by those icbms. Being shot by Russia. China, Iran. All the other countries. And even some of its allies. Because ultimately all of America's allies are going to turn on them and shoot those missiles. So first scripture I want to get is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8, and it reads, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shai are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh Shai." So the Lord's looking upon Babylon the Great, America, and all the wickedness is going on. You got moles, you got people eating abominations, unrighteous decrees, and it's at this boiling point. The sins have reached to the heavens. So it's at that point where Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna have to destroy this place. For the elect's sake. That's why the days are getting shorter. Months are feeling like weeks now. Days are feeling like hours, and that's all leading to the destruction of this place. So the next scripture I want to get is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all that proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." So that day of the Lord, that's going to be the ultimate destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America. It's going to be destroyed by those icbms. When they get shot up from the other ends of the earth. All the wicked, that are in Babylon the Great are going to be burnt up. Particularly only the 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to get delivered, but the 2/3 are going to get burnt up. And this place is going to be completely desolate. It's never going to be inhabited ever again. It's going to be a memorial for the nations, to let them know how a wicked nation will be judged. So next scripture I want to get is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and it bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waste to destroy." So that's right. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushai put the spirit on Oppenheimer to make the atom bomb. Which ultimately led to the creation of the nuclear bomb. And it's all to fulfill prophecy. Fulfill the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America. So next scripture I want to get is Second Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. And it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Yeah, so that's going into the destruction of Babylon the Great. When those missiles get shot over here, it's gonna catch everybody, like a thief in the night, because they're not gonna expect it. Most of these people are caught up in distractions, so they're not paying attention to the prophecies. You got Israel that, destroyed the Hamas leader last week, and, Iran promised to retaliate, so any minute now, Iran's gonna, shoot missiles to Israel. You had the U.S., send more money to Israel. I think it was like 2.5 billion, to arm themselves, against Iran. And ultimately, that's all gonna spark up the World War III, which is gonna end in Babylon the Great being destroyed. So next scripture I want to get is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9, and it reads, for lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of mighty expert men. None shall return in vain. So yeah, that's going into when Russia's going to shoot those missiles over here. Those arrows. Those are the icbms. Once they get shot over here, they're not going to be, stopped. All the missiles that get shot over here, they're all going to hit its target. So next scripture I want to get is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 13, and it reads, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casting her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So yeah, that fig tree, when you shake a fig tree, unexpectedly the figs fall like an arch, and that arch is when the missiles are going to get shot from one end of the earth to the other end, which is going to ultimately hit here, Babylon the Great, and that mighty wind that's going into the destruction of nuclear destruction, is going to destroy this place. Verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So yeah, that scroll that's going into that mushroom cloud, once the warheads detonate, they're all going to create that mushroom cloud. And all the mountains and islands being moved, by that destruction, all the earthquakes, they're going to be caused by the icbms hitting throughout the different places of the earth. But ultimately here in Babylon, that's where the great destruction is going to happen. So next scripture I want to get is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 10, and it reads, and the devil that deceived them were cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Yeah, so the devil that's going into Esau, Edom, and that beast, that's the EU, the European Union, and the false prophet, that's the Roman Catholic Church. Once they get destroyed, they're never going to rule again. That will be the end of them forever. They will never rise up after the kingdom of heaven gets established. So next scripture I want to get is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, and it reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So yeah, those 10 horns, those are going to all the different, European Union nations that are going to turn against Babylon the Great. They're going to hate the whore, and ultimately everybody's going to turn their back on her and send those ICBMs over here and destroy her. And that's going to be the ultimate fate of America, Babylon the Great. This place is going to be desolate. It will never be inhabited ever again. It's only going to be desert creatures here, fowls of the air, but nobody will ever inhabit, this land. But, that's pretty much for this lesson. I want to give